Um, when I read these articles, I don't necessarily agree with the articles. Some of the women who write the articles are cute. That's about all I can say for them. They're all probably establishment goons. Anyway, this is Three New Dangerous Drug Habits in Teens by Allison Becker. It starts to say they're abusing parents, prescription painkillers, energy drinks, and computer cleaners. So believe it or not, energy drinks are actually a dangerous drug that kids abuse. No, I'm serious. No. Bear with me. I'm gonna push the camera in a little closer so you can read what I'm saying. I'm not kidding you. When I said caffeine causes the symptoms of a mental disorder, I was not joking. Energy drinks are literally considered a drug. I'll read exactly what they say. In recent years, drinks that combine alcohol with caffeine, such as Four Loko, have been blamed for deaths of teens and college students. But a new epidemic involves younger children. Elementary school students are drinking highly caffeinated energy drinks to catch a buzz. Even without alcohol, these drinks are dangerous to kids' health. Energy drinks are a gateway for elementary school kids, says some random wood. Anyway, they say they drink it like water, blah, blah, blah. So they also huff the dust off. Now, after this video, I gotta make my way to a shopping center, and I'll make a video when I get there. And I bet you nobody show up. And if they do, I bet you I'm taking heads off. But that's neither here nor there, right? Anyway, talks about how it's attractive and that about 2 million kids tried inhalants in 2010. So you telling me, you know what I'm saying? What's going on here is the products that society gives us, the energy drinks. Remember I said the environment. I said it has to do with the food, it has to do with what you consume and the environment and how it relates to your to your state of mind. Well, I wasn't kidding. These kids are inhaling things that are bad for them. And that doesn't include all the toxic pollutants in the ghetto. That doesn't include, you know, well, that doesn't include the farm parties, which, you know, they talk about Xanax and Percocet and, you know, Oxycontin. No, these people don't give a fucking shit. Here we go. Highly addictive opioids, Oxycontin, Vicodin. Okay? So, what's going on is that marijuana is a thing of the past. It's a thing of the 60s. It's a thing of the 90s. Nowadays, it's not even that serious. It's like having a glass of tea, you know? Are we going to ban tea? Oh my goodness. Tea alters the mind and makes people feel in a spiritual state. Let's ban it all. Let's ban chamomile tea. Let's ban green tea. Let's ban your common Lipton fucking tea. Why not? Raspberry tea? Ban that. Blueberry tea? Oh, ban that shit. White rose tea? Ban it. Ethiopian? Ban it. But what about it? Ban it. Ban all those Asian teas. Okay? And if it has a cute little saying on it, if it has a cute little saying on it, not only ban it, but give the person an extra 10 fucking years. Okay? May as well say that. Because when people are huffing fucking computer sprays and drinking energy drinks like they're in a marathon drinking water, you know what I mean? The problems of today are not necessarily the problems of yesterday. And the problems of yesterday didn't even justify making marijuana illegal. It didn't even justify making alcohol illegal. We tried prohibition. What happened? What happened when we tried prohibition? What happened when we tried telling these kids what to do? Nothing happened. It doesn't work. What does work is connecting with them on a human level, treating them with respect, even though they're young teenagers. Don't get me twisted. I'm 30 fucking years old. I could give a shit about being a teenager and whining about teenager rights. But, you know, I'm talking about what works compared to what doesn't work. What works is if we treat these kids with respect and we steer them away from, you know, the troublemaking stuff, but we don't try to impose our rule on them, because that doesn't work. The more we impose our rule on the children, the more they connect with each other and form closer bonds with their friends. I repeat, the more we are harsh and cruel with our children, the more we alienate them and they form stronger bonds with their friends, and they form criminal gangs. I've seen it happen with my own two fucking eyes. I'm sure any sociologist could tell you real quickly that if you leave these impressionable kids with the feeling that they're on your bad side constantly, and that you're not proud of them, and that you're ashamed to have them as a child, and that you're constantly cracking down on them, what's going to happen? That's the cause. That's the underlying cause. The effect is they're going to go form stronger bonds. They're either going to take it out of themselves, or they're going to form stronger bonds with their friends. Either way, it leads to drugs. Think about it. If they take it out on themselves, well, how are they going to take it out on themselves? Either they're going to blow their fucking brains out, or they're going to try to overdose on prescription pills, or they're going to try to turn to drugs to feel better. If they turn to their friends, where do you think their friends are going to steer them? They're going to say, oh, don't worry about this. Let's go party. Let's go have a farm fucking party. Let's go have a cocaine fucking party. Do you get what I'm saying? You have to understand the underlying cause and the exact scientific probability of the effect that you're trying to avoid actually being caused and brought on by your actions. Society is cause and effect. Cause and effect in the functionalism theory of psychology and sociology, where society has a function. And those functions create certain effects in the community. You have to look at it from the proper perspective, the behavioral perspective. Why do you think they study cognitive psychology? Because they're studying your mental processes. The psychologists are studying how you react to the environment and what they can do to manipulate your mind to get the desired effect. And what is a sociologist doing? A sociologist is studying the groups, the groupthink, how a group reacts to the environment, and they are adjusting the environment over years incrementally to get the desired effect, whether it's a subtle adjustment or a blatant curfew. Now, what is a shrink doing? A shrink is studying your cognitive processes just like the other two, except they are determining which pharmaceutical company to trust with your fate. Which pharmaceutical company is going to be responsible for taking your life while we pretend to care about you, because our desired effect is a bunch of subordinated, subjugated, assimilated minorities, or a bunch of dead revolutionaries, or a bit of both, which is what we have today. A bunch of revolutionaries in the grave, a bunch of revolutionaries in prison, and a bunch of assimilated Uncle Toms having sex with skinheads in prison. Why? Why you ask me? Would a black lady have sex with a skinhead? I'll tell you why. Because they are assimilated to value white culture, white groupthink, white power structure. They value Western thinking more than their own. They value the Caucasoid race more than their own. When they need help, they go to a white shrink. When they want a raise, they go to a white boss. When they want a job, they go to a white man. And when they want to give a blowjob, they go to a white man as well. Because we live in a cracker fucking society. I know. I've studied it. I've studied world history. I've studied African American history. I've studied psychology. I've studied sociology. And obviously I've studied psychiatry. And what conclusion did I come to every time? That a bunch of crackers are lying and creating the environment for my people to go astray. And those who won't follow the white man's agenda off a cliff, well, they get rid of sooner than later. Thank you.